Now we will create one SQL database. So in the search bar type SQL databases. Just click on this. Now create a new one. Enter the required details, subscription, resource group. If you create already, select it. Otherwise, you have to create a new one. Database name. Give a database name. KL test database. Select the server if it is there already. Otherwise, you have to create a new one. KL SQL server. KL test SQL server. Okay, this is the name I have given. Now select the location which is near to you. Select the location like Asia Pacific, Central India I have selected. Now authentication method. So please select use both SQL and Microsoft Entra authentication. Now after this, set admin. Click on the set admin. Search for the mail ID in which you have logged in the Azure portal. Okay. So this is the mail ID in which I have logged in. Click on select. Now, as we have selected both SQL and Microsoft Entra, we have to give some login IDs and password. Server admin. Give some name, login. Remember the password that you give here. Once you enter the login and password, click on OK. So you select login and password. After enter this, now please go to the other details. Workload environment, leave it as it is. This is your database configuration. In backup storage redundancy, select a locally redundant backup storage. Okay, this is the minimum cost it will charge as we are using a student's account. Now click on review and create. So check the amount here, 453 rupees. Okay, once the validation is done, now just click on create. It is being validating. Deployment is in progress. It will take some time. So once the deployment is completed, go to the home page. Now click on the SQL database that you have created. I have created with the name KL test database. Just click on this. Go to the configure axis. Just scroll down. You may see this configure axis. Click on configure. Now click on selected networks and click here add your client IPv4 address. It is going to create a new public IP address for you. So this is IP address that was created. Now make sure to click here allow Azure services and resources to access this server. Click on save. Okay, now completed. Once if it is done, go to the KL test database again. Click on query editor. Now click here allow list IP address. This is IP which we have created. So click on allow list. Continue as your mail ID, logged in mail ID. Now this is the query editor. In this query editor, you are going to run the SQL commands. Now I want to create one table with name orders. Just copy this, paste here. I'm going to create one table called orders with the 6 columns: ID, name, order date, and etc. Click on the run button. One one table is created with the name orders. Now I want to insert some data into it. For that, paste it and run. Affected 4 rows. Now check whether your data is inserted or not. Select start from orders. Okay. So this is the data that I have inserted. Now you can also execute the remaining commands, that is updating the values in the table or delete a record. Okay, you can also execute these commands as well. So this is how we create an SQL database in Azure. Now we will learn how to work with the Azure Synapse Analytics service. Okay, for that, just click here and type Azure Synapse Analytics. Okay, select this. Now create a new one by clicking here. It will ask you some details. Select the subscription and the resource group. Select the resource group. If resource group is not created, click on the create new and create a new resource. Workspace name. Give some workspace. KL test workspace. KL test workspace I have given. Region South India, or you can select any other. Central India I'm selecting. Now account name. If account name is already there, you can select from the drop down. Otherwise, you have to create a new one. Data lake. So create a data lake account. Give a name here. I'm giving KL test data lake. KL test data lake. Let us see. Okay, this name is available globally. Click on OK. Next, file system name. You have to select a new one here also. KL test file system. Naming conventions are very important while creating anything. So these are used to recognize when you are working on this thing. So I have given KL test file system. Click on OK. Now go to the security. Go to the security. Here you have to select use both local and MS intra-ID authentication. Okay. Now SQL Server admin login. Give your admin login name and password. Creating a login name with this name and giving some password. Have to follow some standards here, password standards that is given by Azure. Then only it will be accepted. So I have given login name and password. Now, now go to the networking. Once you enter all these details, go to the networking and no need to disturb these details and the next tags and then review and create. Once it is done, validation is completed, click on create. Deployment is in progress. It will take some time. You have to wait for it. Now, once the deployment is completed, go to the home page. Go to the home page, click on the synapse that you have created. So to reflect the changes here, it will take some time. Otherwise, go to the all resources. You may find the synapse workspace here. Okay, KL test workspace which I have created. Now, otherwise, if it It takes some time to reflect the changes on the home page. So if it is not visible here, go to the all resources, Kale test workspace, Synapse workspace, okay, which we have created. Just click here, go to the studio, open Synapse Studio, open it. Synapse Analytics Studio is loading. So this is the page will be displayed when you click on that. So in the left hand side menu, there are several options are visible. Now in the last option, that is manage. Okay, click on the manage. Click on the manage. Now we have to create one linked service. Means we have to create one source where our data is available. Okay, after we create a source, then we have to create a destination. We'll see after that. First we'll create a source. So click on the linked service, click on linked service, click on new, click on new. Okay, so where is our data available? In the SQL database. So select Azure SQL database, SQL database, click on continue. Okay, the Azure will select a name by default. I will keep this as it is. Now scroll down, it will ask you a few more details. Select the subscription and the server name. You have to select the server name where your data is available. So our SQL server is our SQL server only, our database is available. So KL test SQL server. Don't select this KL test workspace. This is Synapse one. So select the one where our data is available. My data is available in KL test SQL server. Database name. What is the database name I have given? KL test database. Okay, authentication type SQL authentication, keep it as it is, that you have to select. Okay, give the username here which you have created, username and the password. So this will gives access to the remaining resources in the Azure to our database. Okay, whatever the username we have created, so you must enter here. Remember the password. Username and password also. Now the other details you can leave as it is. You can leave as it is. Now click on create. Successfully created. Okay, our linked service is successfully created. Just go to the linked service which you have created. Just clicking on this Azure SQL database one is my linked service. So just to test whether the connection is established or not, so click here on the test connection. It should get success. Yeah, connection successful. Okay, cancel it. Now our source is created. So from the source we need to get the data, and we need to keep it somewhere. For that we have to select a destination also. Okay, so now I'm creating a destination in which the data is going to save. For that, SQL pools, this is the first option. Select on the first option, the manage button, select SQL pools. SQL pools, click on new. Make sure this performance level bring to the minimum because we are using a small set or data set. No need of having a high performance level. Okay, uh, dedicated I'm giving a SQL pool name as KL test SQL pool. Okay, click on review and create. Validation succeeded. Click on create. Deployment is in progress. Now we are creating a destination. It is still in deployment mode. Now, once the deployment is completed, once the deployment is completed, you have to click on this data. Okay, on the left hand side menu, click on the data. You may see this SQL database. This is the SQL pool which was created. Okay, if it is not visible, you just click on a refresh button. Click on the refresh button. Okay, now SQL database, KL test pool, KL test pool. This is what we have created for the destination. When you click on the tables, as there are no tables was created, so we have to create one table. Click on the three dots, new script, and click on new table. So remove the code which is already there. Now you have to create one table similar to the one which you have created in the SQL Server database. Okay, SQL database, the same columns. So with a different name. Only the name will be different. The structure of the table will be same. Okay, you have to copy this code and you have to paste here and run the code. Now see here, the query is successfully executed. Means we have created a table. We have created a table similar to the one which we have created in the database. Okay, so the data in the data in the source table will be copied into this destination table. Okay, now, now please check whether there is a data here or not. Refresh. Just we have created a table. We did not insert any data here. So we need to copy the data from the source to the destination. Now for that we have to create a pipeline now. For that just click on the left hand side menu, a button called integrate. Integrate. Now click on the plus button, click on the pipeline. So once you click on the pipeline, the menu will be displayed to you. The second one, move and transform, click on it. Just drag and drop this copy data. As we are doing the copy activity, you have to drag and drop like like we did in the data factory, Azure data factory. Okay, now you have to select source and sync, nothing but destination. Source and sync. First one, click on the source, click on the new one. Okay, where is our source? Actually SQL database. Okay, so Azure SQL database. See, this is Azure SQL database. Click on continue. Select the linked service already which you have created already with the name Azure SQL database 1. Okay, now click the table name that you have created in the database. The table name is orders. Okay, table name is orders. Click on OK. We have created a source. Now we have to create sync now, which is the destination. Click on the new. Now where should our data should copy? In the SQL pool. So you have to select the pool, Azure Synapse dedicated SQL pool. Select it, continue. The name is by default Azure will select, leave it as it is. SQL pool, select the one which you have created, KL test SQL pool. Now select the table name. Now select the table name which you have created in the SQL pool or Synapse. Okay, select the table name. Now click on OK. Now I have established source and destinations. Okay, I have given the data sets. My source data is in SQL database and I want to bring the data into the SQL pool. Okay. Now to check whether our source and sink validated or not, click on this validate. So you see here, direct copying data to SQL pool using copy command is not supported. So it is asking us, please enable staging. Please enable staging. So go to the go to the settings here. Go to the settings. Scroll down. Here, if you see the option enable staging, click on this and select the linked service. Select the linked service test workspace. Okay. Now click on validate now to see whether now see here your pipeline has been validated. Now click on the debug. Wait for it. Wait for it should get succeeded. Once if you see here succeeded in place of queued, our debug is completed successfully. Now see our debug is get succeeded. Okay. Now again go to the data here. Go to the data. Go to the data. Click on the table. Click on the tables. Now you have to select the table order synapse, new SQL script, select top 100 rows. See now the data is copied. Okay. So what we have done, we have created a database. There we have inserted some data into it. From there, we have created one SQL pool. So whatever the data that is there in the database, we have copied from there to the SQL pool. So this is the SQL pool where the data is brought and showed here. Okay. So this is called Synapse. SQL Azure Synapse.